Hey everyone, today at Rockeyez is sitting down with world-renowned vocalist, songwriter, actor, you name it, Sebastian Bach. Sebastian, welcome to Rockeyez.com. It's an honor to finally have you aboard.
All right, thank you, Rockeyez.
So I understand you're out in California right now shooting a new TV pilot. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I live with this lady, Cheryl Rickson, who owns the Royal Order jewelry line, and her husband, Art Davis, who owns Voyeur Nightclub and Wolf's Lair Beer Garden, a couple places here in Hollywood, Beverly Hills. And I've been living here for 6 months since I lost my home in Hurricane Irene in New Jersey. So I came out here, and I've been here ever since. And we're filming a pilot for I don't know who, but that's what we're doing.
Nice. So let's start. Let's talk a little bit about the new CD, Kicking and Screaming. This is your first release with Frontiers Records. How did you hook up with them?
That came through my management, Rick Sales, who I've been with for about 6 or 7 years, and he knew Frontiers, and they came to the table with a real budget for a real record, and very, very happy with the album, and we got to shoot 3 videos, which you can see on YouTube. 2 of them are out now. We got 1 more. And, I hope to do some more records with them in the future.
Are you happy with the reaction you've been getting from the CD so far?
I'm happy with the reaction from the fans, but I could have enjoyed some more mainstream support, like from the industry, radio and stuff like that would have been good. But I don't expect much these days. I just kind of keep my head down and make the music I like and put it out there, and that's really all I can do. It's all I have control over.
Now, you've been working with your drummer, Bobby, for quite some time now, but you also hooked up with 21-year-old guitar virtuoso Nick Sterling for the release. How did that all come about?
After the last record, Angel Down, I was looking for another guitar player, and I had seen Nick in a guitar magazine, and I went to his website, and the riff for the song Dance in Your Grave came out over his speakers, and I got a hold of him, and we've been playing together ever since, and we just did an arena tour with Guns N' Roses in America in December, and a bunch of headlining shows in the last couple of weeks, and we're going to South America together, and then we're doing a ton of shows this summer. So it's going to be a busy year.
Awesome. Are you going to be doing any of the festivals here in the United States?
No, I haven't even heard of any festivals in the United States. All the festivals we're doing are in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now Nick also wrote several songs on the release as well. How much influence did he have on the overall direction of the CD?
Well, this is his first major label album release, and he's been writing all his life, and he's had so much ideas that he's worked on over the years, and he just sent me so many killer songs and so many killer riffs, and I really liked them. And if I can really believe in something in my heart, then I can sing it good, and I just really get along with Nick musically. So I hope to write more with him in the future.
Now, being there is such a gap in your ages, do you ever find your ideas as far as the music or even just socially together conflicting, and how do you handle that?
Yeah, maybe socially, but not musically. He's like an old soul, as they say. He's very young, but he plays ideas that are beyond his years. And socially, though, he probably likes to stay up later than I do on the tour bus, and wants to go out more on the days off when we're on the road. I want to stay in probably more. But he's just 21 years old, and he's having a great time, and it's fun to see rock and roll through his eyes.
Now, I noticed you only used Bobby and Nick to record the album. Why not any of your normal band bandmates like Johnny Chromatic or Rob DeLuca?
Well, because Nick, came at me with all this music, and he had very high quality demos that we had made together that sounded perfect, and he even played the drums on the demos, but I wouldn't have another bass player come in and just tell the bass player play what Nick played, because that doesn't make sense to me. If Nick played it, and that sounds good, my first concern is the song. And also, it costs a lot of money to fly guys all over the country and get hotel rooms, and nobody thinks about that. Album sales it's not like the old days when we would just spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on records. That shit doesn't exist anymore. So there was financially a concern as well. Like, Nick's here, let him play the bass. I'll save it a plane ticket.
Right. Now, whatever happened with Metal Mike, who was playing with you for a while?
Well, the thing with Metal Mike is we never wrote songs together. We lived very close together, and I never understood why I always wanted to sit down with him on a couch and write a song, and that kind of never really happened. He would write on his own and send me stuff, and I would write on my own. But with Nick, the songs One Good Reason and Lost in the Light and Kicking and Screaming and Dirty Power, that's just us messing around with riffs and melodies and words, and it's very simple to write songs with Nick. So with Metal Mike, it seemed like he liked to write on his own a lot more, and I like to have a guy where I can collaborate with more. So that's the difference for me with Nick.
Now, I have to admit, they just sent me out a copy of the CD just recently, and I've been listening to it, and I've been really, really impressed with what I heard. I really love the aggressiveness and the energy you put behind this, and in my opinion, it's probably one of your best releases since the debut of Skid Row. What was the difference in the writing and recording process this time around as opposed to what you've done in the past?
Not really, none. I just hear a song that I like, and if I like it, I'll sing it, and that sounds simple, but where the difficulty comes in is when somebody writes me a song that they think I'm going to like, and I don't like it, and then they assume that I'm going to sing it, but they don't understand it. If I don't feel a music in my heart, then I really can't sing it. And some people say, well, you're hard to work with, but I didn't get into this business to sing music that I don't like. It's not why I'm in it. I want to be super proud of what I'm doing, and I want, if I put my name on something, I want to, make sure that I believe in it 100%, which I do. We're kicking and screaming, and that's just the way I've always been. So maybe it's lucky that I met Nick and it worked out like this. But in the past, I've had people bring me songs that I didn't think were so great, and I would tell them that they're not so great, and they'd say, "Oh, you're an asshole," and I'm going, "Oh, you want me to lie to you? I can't. I'm not going to lie. I literally can't. There's been times in a rehearsal situation where somebody had said, okay, let's try this idea, and I wouldn't be feeling it at all in my heart, and I'd walk up to the mic, and I would get a few words out, and then my mouth would just shut. And everybody would look around the room, and they go, sing, and I go, I can't, I'm sorry. It's not, I can't do it. So, music is subjective. It's what you like, and I can honestly say that I love the CD, Kicking and Screaming. I absolutely, whenever I put it on, I think it sounds kick-ass, and I just like the way it turned out. So that's all I can do.
Now, touching just a moment on Skid Row, I'm a New Jersey native and basically grew up with you guys, and every once in a while I still see an ad or something somewhere that Skid Row is playing a show, but deep down I just feel it's not the same. Now, I know your relationships with some of the band members have become a little strained at times over the years. What's your relationship like with them now?
Well, there is no relationship with them now. I hung out with Rob Fuso, the drummer, a couple months ago, and he's very nice. I actually talked to Scotty Hill on the phone recently, and for the first time in over 15 years, and that was amazing. But there's no that's it. There's no other communication really. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't talk to those guys. I talked to Scotty, and that was the last I heard from them. Was I talked to Scotty? He's a very nice guy.
Now, you're originally from Canada. How the hell did you end up in New Jersey in the first place, and what kept you here all those years?
Skid Row auditioned lead singers, and I sent them a tape, and they really liked my voice, and I moved down here. Lived bought a home in Lincroft in 1990, and it got destroyed by Hurricane Irene in 2011. So I lost my home and a lot of the shit that I own. So that really sucked. And I've been trying to figure out a new life ever since then. It's going to be quite a crazy book someday to read. All the stuff I've been through is quite hard to believe.
No, yeah, I mean, we are really sorry to hear about that, about the damage that was done to your home. Are you still looking for something in New Jersey, or haven't you decided yet?
Well, you have to go where your heart is. I'm in love with a girl out here named Minnie Gupta, who has been my girlfriend for over a year, and I really love her. We have a great time together. We get along great. So that's the biggest reason why I'm out here. I'm going to bring my kids out here with me next month for the first time, which will be cool. I do have a little place in New Jersey. But I'm trying to figure out a new life. I got divorced and I lost my home, so I have a new girl and a new home. I think that's how it works.
So as you mentioned, you're going to be playing a lot of shows this summer. Where's your tour going to be taking you?
Well, we're playing Gods of South America next, Chile, Argentina, Brazil. Then we're going to be playing like pretty much every festival in Europe, Gods of Metal, Italy, Hellfest in France, Sweden Rock, Grass Pop in Belgium. There's so many that I can't remember them all. You have to go to my website, and then we're about to announce a bunch more. So we're going to be playing a lot this year. It's going to be fun.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So, what does your live show now consist of? How much do you mix in the old with the new stuff?
It depends on the set time. Like if I'm opening for a band and I get to play 8 songs, then there's less new songs. If I headline a show for an hour and a half, then there's more new songs. It's just pretty standard.
Now, you've done a lot of stage work as well over the years, most notably Broadway's Jekyll and Hyde. What's the biggest difference in performing a live Sebastian Bach show as opposed to Broadway?
That Broadway, you can't look the people in the eye in a Broadway show. In rock and roll, you are supposed to look at everyone in the audience and make them feel like they're part of the show. In Broadway, you have the fourth wall, which is a story. You're telling a story, so you can't break the fourth wall. And rock and roll, the intention is to destroy the fourth wall. And so that's the biggest difference, definitely.
Would you be interested in doing more of that in the future?
Yes, I would love to do Spider-Man, the Green Goblin, but I think he wears a big helmet kind of mask, so I don't know if I'd be into that. But yeah, I would like to do some more Broadway in the future, for sure.
Now, you've had a very successful career over the years. Is there anything left that you'd like to accomplish in the future?
Yeah, just to establish my solo band, a touring entity, so I could tour more than rather than less. Every time I go on tour, the crowds are great. We sell out shows and everybody's happy. So I just like to do more of that. Not like a week here and a week there. More like Willie Nelson, kind of always on the bus, always touring, always playing. That would be my dream. I love to play live and get in the bus and go across the country. That's like my favorite thing to do.
Well, that's about it for now. Is there anything that you'd like to say to your excuse me, like to say to your fans in conclusion?
Yeah, I just got nominated for Vocalist of the Year in Revolver Magazine Golden God Awards, which was very cool and surprising to me. Thank you, man. So if anybody wants to go vote for me, that would be great. And it's been a year of highs and lows, so that was a nice thing to experience. Thank you, Revolver Magazine.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time out to do this. As I said, it's an honor to have you finally a part of our website here.
Right on, dude. I can't wait to check it out online. Thanks, man. Nice talking to you.
Same here, man. You take care and have a great tour. Best of luck this year.
Thanks, buddy.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.